All right. So for this, what we're going to be doing, like I said, is we're updating this focus keyword report. To do it, we're going to use two reports. We're going to use a report we download from Stat, as well as a report from Ahrefs.
Okay.
And I'm going to share my screen after I Slack you the top keyword report so you have access to it. And now let me share my screen. Share screen. Let's do entire screen. Okay. Were you able to open up that report?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So this is the top keyword report. Basically what we're measuring here is two different sets of keywords for Clean Origin. We have what are called our focus keywords, or these are keywords on pages we've optimized. So we're looking at the movement for those pages that we've worked on, or those keywords we've worked on. And then we just want to give them a holistic view as well. And so this all keyword section shows the movement for all of the keywords that are on their site. So the focus keywords, we'll pull that report from Stat. All keywords we will pull from Ahrefs.
Okay.
So let's start by downloading the reports. The first one we'll just get from Ahrefs. It's pretty easy to get. We're just gonna look up Clean Origin within Ahrefs. Boom, boom, boom. And we will go to organic keywords. And then once we're in organic keywords, we just need to export the list of their keywords. So we're just looking at US keywords. So let's go ahead and export that. I'm gonna do a full export. So I get all 20,000 rows, and that will start exporting. It'll take a minute for that to export. So while we do that, let's get the report from Stat. So within Stat, we'll go to Clean Origin, and we are going to go to reporting down in the bottom section, and we're going to create a report. So we hit create report. Within create report, we want to look at reports that are rankings trends over time. So we want to see where they ranked last week and compare it to where they ranked this week. So we'll hit ranking trends over time. And then in here, I don't know if you've done a report in Stat before, but you just need to give it a name. So I will call it top keyword report. And then who will get this? I don't want Blake necessarily to get an email every time we create a report. So I always just click on that and hit remove so he doesn't get spammed with reports from us.
Yeah.
And then I'll hit next. Once I've done that, this will ask you if you want to do all the keywords or just like specifically tagged keywords. We're just going to do all keywords. We want all of them. And then now it's going to ask you, okay, how often and what's the date range? So we only want to do this once. We just want it to run this report today. And then we're just going to do a week overview. So we do Monday to Monday. So I'm going to look at the 30th of November, and then I'm going to compare it to the 7th of December. I typically run this report on Tuesdays, so that's why I pull the data for Mondays just to keep it consistent. Because you have all the data up to the day previous, so we wouldn't have today's data yet.
Okay.
I'll hit next, and then it asks, what do you want on this report? So all we need to do is take off the regional search volume. We don't care about regional search volume. So we'll just uncheck that and hit next. And once you've done that, it gives you kind of a summary, and we'll hit finish. And it'll take a second, but it's going to start downloading that report for us. I want to do created on. Here we go. And it's already ready to go. Once you've created a port, once it has that green download arrow, you can click on it and it will download it for you. So we got that downloaded. Let's go back here to Ahrefs, look at our report tab, and it looks like, oh, check it out. This keyword report's ready to be downloaded. So I can download that as well. And once we have that, we have all the data that we need to start putting this report together. So we can go back to our report. So this is where it gets a little funky. What we need to do is we just need to create a new cell for the December 7th data, or a new row. So I'm just going to go on column C, and I'm going to right click and just insert a row to the right. Boop. And then I'm just going to take this data here that was from December 1st, and I'm going to copy and just paste it over right here. But all of this data is being pulled with formulas, and we don't want that. If we just copy and paste the formula, it's probably going to throw things off a little bit when we update, put in the new data. So when I copy and paste this over, and again, this is where I wanted to record because it gets a little tricky. When we copy this over, so Control V, I want to paste it in, but I want to clear all the formatting. So I could right click and hit paste special, and then paste values only. So that's going to get rid of the formulas and just put whatever the numbers are in there. So I'm going to paste those values only rather than the formulas.
Okay.
And so now we've got that data saved for that week. And when we update the spreadsheet, it'll update these numbers to our new date. So we'll change this to the 8th, because again, we run this on Tuesdays typically. So this would be December 8th versus December 1st. And then we just do that same process here at the bottom. I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste it, but I'm going to paste only the values. Boop, boop. And then update those dates to be December 8th and December 8th versus December 1st. I'm going to pause. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, so now it's more of the easy part. So we are going to now update our spreadsheets. So the tabs that we are going to be updating, I'm going to mark them with green so we know what needs to be updated. Or I'll mark them with orange. So we're going to mark, these are the tabs that we update data in. Change color to orange. So let's start with just the focus keywords. This is probably the easiest one to switch. So to update this, this is the report we downloaded from Stat, the focus keywords. So all we have to do is come in here and we're just going to import the new data over the top of this, and it will replace it and update our formula in the overview sheet. So if I go to right here to the top right corner, I'm going to select that cell 1A. I'm going to go up to File, Import, and I'm going to upload that top keyword report we created in Stat. Oh, it's still the zip file. I've got to unzip it real quick. Cool. Now it's unzipped. Let's do this real quick. File, import, upload from the device. All right, there it is. You find the CSV within that zipped file, not the text, but the CSV. And when I upload that, we then select replace data at selected cell, because again, we don't want to replace a spreadsheet. We don't want to create a new spreadsheet. We just want to replace everything that's existing with the new data that we have. So if we hit replace data at selected cell and hit import data, Bada bing, bada boom. It doesn't look like anything changed, but it has. We now have the rank for December 7th up here. If we go to our overview chart, you'll notice that these numbers are now different than the numbers that are in December 1st. And we have updated our this week focus keywords.
Sweet.
Pretty straightforward. Questions about that part?
No, it's pretty clear so far.
Cool. Love that. Love it. All right, let's do the all keywords now. So to do this, we do it on two spreadsheets. We have a spreadsheet that has this week's data, spreadsheet that has last week's data. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to copy this week's data and paste it onto last week, because this week is now last week. So I'm just going to go to the top corner and select, if you hit this cell right here, it will copy or select, highlight everything, and then I'm just going to hit Command C to copy it, go to last week, and it's going to take a minute because there's like 20,000 cells. So it's going to take a hot second to want to switch over. Maybe it'll take more than a hot second. There we go. And then I am just going to paste it in. So Control V. And again, this is going to take a second. There we go. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. It has switched over. So now, what we need to do is, now we need to import the new data into this week. So just like we did for the focus keywords, we're going to go to the top right corner, cell 1A, have it selected, hit File, hit Import, and we are going to upload the Clean Origin Ahrefs report. We're going to replace data at the selected cell, just like we did before. We'll import the data. It's a lot of data we're putting in, so it'll take a minute. But just like that, it has been updated.
Yay.
Yay. A few more caveats with this. So this data, it's going to have a lot of duplicates because it's just pulling all the keywords that they rank for, all the different pages. So we want to take a quick moment to replace the to remove duplicates. So I'm just going to select all of it, go up to data, remove duplicates, and then data has a header. Yep, I'm going to go to the keyword section, and we want to remove duplicate keywords. So if I hit remove duplicates, that's going to get rid of 1,300 cells, which is great. All right, so we've got that. Now the last thing we need to do to update this is for both of these, we have our overview, but we also have these tabs that are like the focus keywords and the all keywords, which is just kind of an overview of the rankings, and it allows you to kind of see the movement for each individual keyword week over week. So what we want to do is we just need to update this to have all the newest keywords. So we'll go to this week, because between the week we might have picked up some more additional keywords, and so we want to make sure all the keywords possible are in there. So we'll just go to this week's data and select column B, which has all the keywords, and I'm going to copy it, Control C, and I am going to go to all keywords, and I'm going to go to cell 2, and I'm going to just hit Control Command Shift V. Again, this is just going to do the values. It'll match the formatting on here. So Command Shift V, and I'm going to paste those in. And it is going to paste all the most updated keywords that we rank for.
So you just went into the this week tab, copied the keywords.
Yep. And then went to the all keyword report and pasted it starting on cell 2, so the keyword. And if I scroll down to the bottom, sometimes you're going to have more keywords than you did last week, or sometimes you'll have fewer. Looks like we picked up an additional 10 keywords over the week. So I just need to come here to the bottom and drag down the formulas so it pulls in
Okay.
the data for those. And then once you've done that, we can go back to our overview and see, check it out. We've got an update. Typically, this is one thing that this cell, the formula gets messed up, so we just need to make sure that it's minusing not F6 but D6 from C6, so last week compared to this week. And then I'll drag that down. And then the same thing here. Let's see what it's saying. Yeah, for some reason it's pulling F6, so F25. So I'm going to go D25. So it looks like we dropped some position 1 through 3 keywords. Yeah, we kind of had a bad week overall, which is fine. This helps us to see kind of the trends that are happening. And then once you've done that, like this report is updated. I do need to look at these charts real quick because we just created charts for them, but I don't remember how I did that data. So I'll go over that next week with you when you
Okay.
update this. But for now, we'll just leave it here. Any questions that you have?
Yeah, could you go over that last part? So it should be C.
Yeah, so you just want to look, because we want to see kind of the movement between last week and this week. And this right here shows that in just a simple minus formula. So we're just minusing D6 from C6. But when we create a new row at the beginning, it throws that formula off a little bit. And so all you have to do is just double click on here to make sure we're minusing D6 from C6. And then once you have that, you can click and drag this down to apply that formula on the cells below it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Cool.
that makes sense.
All right, I'm going to stop that recording.